They tried to steal my Porsche 911 in broad daylight, two fake cops with a rusted tow truck right off my driveway. The HOA president, Karen Kyle, stood there watching like it was her coronation day. But what she didn't know, what she couldn't even imagine, was that I'm a U.S. Marshal, and her little stunt wasn't just a power play, it was a felony caught live on camera. I moved to Greenfield for peace. After years of chasing fugitives across state lines, I wanted a quiet street, a block party here and there, nothing bigger than an argument about whose turn it was to bring chips. My wife Danielle found the house. White picket fence, green lawn, two-car garage. Perfect. For a month. Then came Karen, HOA president. Tennis visor, fake smile, a woman who thought community rules meant her personal kingdom. At first it was small, a $25 fine because my garden hose wasn't coiled correctly. $50 for aesthetic imbalance in my flower beds. I paid them thinking it wasn't worth the fight. But predators smell weakness. Paying just made her bolder. The notices stacked up. Annoyance turned into harassment. And then it got personal. One morning I walked outside and saw 4 perfect slashes in all 4 tires of my Porsche. My one indulgence. Brand new, silver flawless until that morning. No note, no witnesses, but I knew the scent of petty evil when I saw it. I replaced the tires. Next day a notice appeared on my door vehicle in disrepair, leaking fluids subject to tow. It wasn't leaking anything. It was a trap. My garage was full of boxes, the street off limits overnight. Karen had engineered a catch-22 waiting to spring it. And spring it she did. A flatbed tow truck rolled up at noon, angled across my driveway. Cheap magnetic signs read, HA Security. 2 men built like refrigerators stood by my car. One fiddled with the chain, the other grinned at me like he'd already won. And there she was, Karen, arms crossed, tennis skirt tablet clutched like a scepter. I'd prepared. That morning I pulled on a black shirt with bold white letters, U.S. Marshal. Not a costume. Real issue. Danielle was ready with her phone, pushing the live feed to the neighborhood page. Witnesses matter. Neighbors' eyes matter. I stepped out, chest squared to the camera. That's far enough, Mr. Matthews. Karen called smug as ever. This is private property, I said evenly. And for the record, I'm U.S. Marshal George Matthews documenting a crime in progress. One of the goons laughed. Private community, pal. Her rules. Back off before you get hurt. He tugged his sleeve to show a vinyl traffic enforcement armband, cheap knockoff, wrong seal, wrong typeface. His partner kept working the chain. Danielle zoomed in. Got it, she whispered in my ear. Comments lit up. Fake cops on our street. I asked, calm as ice, name, tell, license, registration. The smirk faltered. He glanced at his partner. Karen barked. We don't have to show him anything. This is HOA business. Danielle, I said just loud enough, get a shot of the plate. Faces too. The smirker puffed his chest, stepped close. Or what? Gonna flash a fake badge. Hero. His breath stank of coffee. Behind him, Ricky, the quiet one, picked up a crowbar. 2 threats, 1 weapon. My instincts screamed. This is your last chance, I told them. Walk away or you're committing grand theft auto on camera. Karen shrieked. He's threatening us. Assault. Someone call 911. That was the signal. The big one shoved me hard, a 2-handed push meant to knock me down. I steadied, absorbed it. At the same time, Ricky raised the crowbar. I stepped inside his swing palm strike to the jaw, the weapon clattered to asphalt. In 3 moves, both men were on the ground, not broken, just stopped, controlled, measured. Neighbors watched online. Danielle's voice came steady, over 200 viewers. Everyone saw the crowbar. Karen screamed, "Arrest him," as sirens approached. Deputies rolled in. One looked around the smashed crowbar, the tow truck, the men groaning on the pavement. My shirt, and knew exactly what he was seeing. I showed my credentials. U.S. Marshal. His posture changed instantly. Respectful now. But I wasn't celebrating. Not yet, because Karen wasn't stupid. She had paperwork. She had an inspector in her pocket. That night, Danielle dug into records. The tow truck was registered to a paper company, Civicom Compliance, formed 2 months earlier. No license, no insurance, no bond. Worse, Venmo payments popped up from the goons to one name, Frank Miller, City Code Inspector. Notes read, "Inspection permit approval." The missing puzzle piece. Karen invented violations. Frank signed them. The goons towed cars. Black market auction. Kickbacks through Venmo. That realization hit me harder than the shove. It wasn't just HOA harassment, it was public corruption, a full-on racket. And I'll be honest, there was a night I almost gave up. Sitting at the table staring at the notice, I thought maybe I should just sell the house. Maybe it's me. Maybe I don't belong here. The thought of fighting City Hall plus a tyrant in a tennis skirt impossible. For a moment I felt small-cornered, done. Then Danielle dropped a stack of neighbor videos on the table. Late-night footage of the same tow truck dragging away cars, trailers, even a kid's first ride. Victims, all of them. And then the goldmine neighbor Tony's camera catching Karen handing cash to her security in broad daylight. That was it. My pity party ended. I wasn't alone. This wasn't just about me. It was about all of us. I swore I'd fight back. So we set the trap. I let a little coolant puddle under the Porsche, let the tire sag. Danielle wired tiny cameras inside the car GPS stream, even a kill switch that could shut the car down mid-tow. We filed an anonymous complaint. Frank Miller showed up, slapped a 72-hour sticker without knocking, without speaking. Official seal, official fraud. Clock ticking. At 2 a.m. on the third night, Ricky and Mike came. Smashed the window, hooked the Porsche, laughing as they rolled it down Elm Street. Danielle hit the switch. Dead. The Porsche locked up under the streetlight hazard lights blinking like a beacon. Live feed blasting across the neighborhood. Over 1,000 viewers watching Karen's racket stall in the middle of the road. Police came, FBI on standby. The goons went down without a fight this time. Danielle handed over the full package: video angles, Venmo trails, inspector records. The feds were impressed. Warrant signed before dawn. Warehouse raid revealed the auction, stolen cars, bikes, tools, everything. Buyers cuffed Frank Miller in chains. But Karen, she still thought she was untouchable. She strutted into the next HOA board meeting like nothing had happened. That's when we played our card. Danielle had patched the FBI body cam feed straight into the clubhouse TV. Right as Karen began lecturing about mailbox paint colors, the screen lit up with live footage of agents storming the warehouse shouting FBI search warrant. The stolen property filled the screen. Neighbors gasped. Some recognized their own stuff. Karen screamed, "Turn it off!" Lies. He's framing me. She pointed at me in the back row, her face purple with rage. But no one listened. And then the doors opened. Deputies walked straight down the aisle, cuffs ready. "Karen Kyle, you are under arrest for conspiracy, grand theft, racketeering." The click of steel echoed in the room. For a second our eyes locked. Rage, pure burning rage. She wanted me ruined. Instead, she was the one being led past the very people she'd bullied, her crown smashed in front of her court. I didn't gloat. I just nodded once. That's where it ends. Not with a party, not with champagne, but with Karen Kyle in handcuffs, her kingdom collapsed, her power gone. And here's the lesson: unchecked power always crumbles when truth is dragged into the light.